So we'll start with some little more complex things like some formulas like if, else, sum if, and things like that. So last week we just seen the simple summing and other Excel interface. We explained how we can customize the menu options and other things like how to create new sheets, how to rename the sheets, how to move from one sheet to the other sheet, and things like that. So we'll see some simple formula here. So this is say employee payroll register or whatever ledger. So here you can see the full name, hire date, location, and things like that. And you have the base salary, and there's a bonus, there is a overtime, and there's a deduction. So get the total compensation. So you know this is a simple formula, just additions. So any formula start with equals. So either you can type the cell address or you can just pick it. So this is G2 plus bonus is H2, then overtime, then the minus your deductions. So press enter. So this gives you total compensation. And you can just double click here to copy this formula till the end. Or as I said, you can always just drag it also. This is the other way. So whichever method you feel comfortable, right? So this is the, and here, what else? Suppose if I want to know year of the hire date, say this is 13/5/2000 and this is 7/8/2000. So suppose year of hire is, we can put the formula like equals year of and this date. And either you can close the bracket or just press the enter button, it will give the formula. So this is the year of the employment. So you can copy it. So this is one more formula, and everything is here is 2001 and all is 2000. So similarly, you can take the month also. So the month of this will give you month of joining. I think this is quite simple. Probably you are doing it already. So I'm not doing anything more on this. This is okay, right? It's clear. Okay, I'll move on to the next sheet. So where we have some sales amount per sales representative. Suppose if you want the sales amount per sales representative, so we can take the total here. When I do the auto sum, it will give you here, or if you filter and give the total, it will give you per sales rep. But if I want this for all the reps, so you can't do the filter every time. For there are 5 sales reps. So if you want to get the total of this, we can use the sum if formula. The sum if formula, I'll zoom it a little bit. Equals sum if, and press the tab. So when I just type the SUM, so it will give you a lot of formulas. Again, you continue typing if. Then if you are happy with this sum if, whichever is highlighted, once it is highlighted, we can just press the tab button. So it will put the opening bracket as well. So here it says the range. Range is, suppose if I want to know sales representative, this sales representative total, right? So sales rep is in this column. So the range is from here to here. This is the range. And next one is, so you can move this. If it is obstructing your type, so you can just move it around. And next is the criteria. Criteria is what? The criteria is which rep. So I want this rep. And the sum range, which is the range you want to total out. So I want to total from this column. So you can close the bracket and press enter. So this is the total for Gary. So let us see whether that is correct or not. We can filter it here. Here we'll filter Gary. And we'll see the total here. So you can see here that bottom Down you can see the total 1634. I can put the subtotal here. So this is 1634. 1634.15. There's the same total showing here. So we can copy the same formula here. So when I copy here, let us see whether this works or not. So if you look at this formula, if you want to see the formula which all cell is referring, press F2, button F, the function key F2. When I press F2, see this is highlighted from B3. It's supposed to be from B2, right? But if you look at, it is moved one row down. That is because this is called the relative reference. So when the formula is here referring to B2, the same formula, when I copy it down here, it will refer to B3. When it goes to the next row, it becomes B4. This is a relative reference. What we want is, this should be constant. This should not change, because only this should be changing. This a sales rep should be changing, but this range of this should remain constant. So for that, what we do is, we have to log the range. This range is supposed to be logged. You select this and press F4, function 4. When I press function 4, you can see this is $B, $2, $B, $25. That means this is constant. It will not change even if you copy to any other cell. Similarly, even the sales amount also we should lock. Only this I3 should leave it as it is, because this has to change when we copy it down. But this has to be, again, press F4, function 4, and press enter. Now if I copy it down, say here, if I press F2, it is referring to the entire range, and also it is referring to this eon. This eon, because if you see here, this is 2, this is 2 and 25, this is 3, this is 2, this is 25. This I3 has become I4, remaining all the cells have remained same, and here it has become I5, because we want this for this sales rep. So this is called the absolute reference. If you don't want to move that range, so put the $sign in front of it. In this case, I logged even the column as well as the row. So some cases you may have to log only the column, or maybe only the row. But here there is no problem. We can log both column as well as the row. And now if I copy the same formula here, it will give you the same. So if you total it out, this is 37,540. And here the same 37,540 you can see here. Okay, we'll do one more thing. See here, what we have seen is, we looked at only the sales representative. That means we looked at only one condition. Suppose if I want to know what is Gary's sales in different countries, say in USA how much. So we know Gary's sale is 1634. If you look at here, Gary is here, is in Canada, and this also in Canada, and this also in Canada. And I think everything is in Canada. Probably I will make this as something, say USA. So that means the Gary's sale of this one, and this should be under Canada, and under USA we should have 379. So if you want the breakup per country, I will copy this little up. Okay, here in this example we have seen just the sales total of sales representative Gary. But here we want to see Gary's sale in each country. So we have to use the sum ifs, not the sum if. Sum if for the single condition, sum ifs for the multiple condition. And there is a little change in the syntax also. When I press equals sum ifs and press the tab, here if you look at, here the sum range is coming in the beginning. So in the other sum if, the sum range was at the end and criteria range was at the beginning. So here sum range is at the beginning. That means sum range is this one. And we know we want to log this. So we can press F4. Immediately if you press F4, so it becomes absolute reference, comma, criteria range is, let me make more space here. 1 second. I'll move this little up. Okay, what we are trying to find is Gary's sales in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, each country's how much is his sales amount. So we'll use the sum ifs equals sum ifs bracket and sum range. Sum range is which column you want to sum it up. Which is the column we are looking at summing the sales. Select this. Once you select it, so press immediately you press the F4. So it becomes absolute reference. Then comma criteria range 1. Criteria range 1. So we want this criteria. The criteria range is we want the sales representative here. This representative. Or if you want, just for simplicity, we can select this also as a B column, entire column. But some places it may go wrong because if there is some data. So better you select this range, comma, criteria 1. So this range, we are looking for this Gary within this range. That's what it says, criteria range 1 and criteria 1. And the second criteria is, comma, criteria range 2. So we are looking at country, not the product. So country is in this column. We'll select this column. And again, we'll press $F4 to make it absolute reference, comma, criteria is, we are looking at Australia. And close the bracket and press enter. So here it has not given anything because Gary doesn't have any sale in Australia, country Australia. If we try to make something change here, see here. So now Gary is having a sale in Australia, that amount is coming here. Is it clear? Okay, I will do it again for other countries, then probably you will know. Here, same thing if I copy it down, that means you are looking at Gary's sale in Australia, same way Ian's sale in Australia, Nancy's sale in Australia, Paul's sale in Australia. But these are giving again 0. That is because if you look at, when I press F2, this is referring to Gary and Australia. And same formula when I copy here, it is referring to Ian, but this has moved down. So that means what? We have to log this row, not the column. So it should be referring to this row only always. Here, this was Australia, it was referring, right? So this is a J12. J12 should be, will lock only the row. J we are leaving as it is, J. And now if I copy down, let us see what is the problem here. So it is copying, referring to whether proper cell or not. Again, here it is moved down. So I think we have to fix it this. So sales representative, the B range is not fixed. So we have to lock it this as well. I'm copying this. So that means Ian's sale in Australia is showing 609. So let us see here where is Ian. Ian is here and Ian's sale is 609. So if I look at the formula, what is doing is we are summing this D column. D column is the sales amount. And this is criteria range 1. Criteria range 1 is we are looking at the sales rep. And range is in this column, B column. This is here, B2 to B25. And this is the criteria 1. Criteria 1 is this one. And the criteria range 2 is, we are looking at country. Country is in E column. This is what? E2 to E25. And this is the criteria 2. Criteria 2 is your country. Country is Australia. And same formula if I copy across here. So let us see what is gone wrong here. Here when I copy, it is referring to Gary. But when I come here, since I did not lock it, this moved. So we should be locking this as well. The Gary should be locked. That means here it is referring to I15. I15 is here. So the column should be locked in this case. The previous one, so here if you say J, we lock the row, $12. But in case of this one, we are locking the column because we don't want this column to be moved. So here we'll copy it. And same thing if I copy here and copy it down. So if you look at the total, 37,540. So 37,540 is here. So same thing, we can just sum it up. So in this, in multiple conditionally, probably you will have a little difficulty because if you are not locking this, the problem without locking is every cell you have to go and write a new formula. If you are locking it, you can same formula, you can copy it down. Otherwise, you have to keep repeating. Here again, you have to come and do the formula again. So if you are properly locking the cells on the row, so this will give you the correct result when you copy to the next column as well. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to receive more videos.